Hi, so it's only my second video. I've only done an introduction, but I'm coming back with probably a really obvious video to do, and yeah, but it's always a good way to start. It's always what you would start with. We would start with our clients, so I think it's a good way for me to carry on. Today I'm going to talk about goals. Some of you have probably heard the term SMART goals, or long-term goals or short-term goals, and you seem to have a goal in all aspects of life. So you have a work goal, you have a life goal, everyone's got a place they're planning to be. So they've got like a bucket list, and that's the goal at the end of the year, to visit this place, or to do a bungee jump, or to lose so much weight, or to have a promotion at work. So we as in the industry have just taken that SMART goal idea and just put it into fitness. So you might have heard different ways that we've all broken down the word SMART. So you've got specific and measurable, that always seems to be the same. Then you've got achievable or attainable, and you've got realistic or I think some people say reliable, and then you've got time or timely. So it's breaking down people's goals and how to make it so it actually works. For example, we have people that come to us all the time. I think any personal trainer can get used to this. They walk in the door and they say, right, I want to get lean, I want to look toned, I want to look like this, I want to look like that. They always have this way of wording it. It's our job to then change that into, okay, so you want to get lean, so you want to drop in body fat, or you want to get toned, so you want to build a little bit more muscle, but again, drop your body fat. You want to look like this. Okay, this person's probably a few stone lighter than you, so you want to drop a few stone, or kilos. I don't really get stone, so it's always kilos for me. But more, the question is, why do we have goals? What's the point? For example, someone might have a goal that is by the end of the year. For example, your New Year's resolutions this year. So by the end of the year is what you're saying. You want to have lost 10 pounds, or you want to feel good about yourself, or you want to be more confident, or yeah. New Year's resolutions are always a classic example, because normally it's such a big goal. Like, by the end of the year, I want to be able to run 5k, I want to be able to run 10k, I want to be able to run a half marathon. At that point when you're saying that thing, can you run? Can you run a kilometre? Can you run for a minute? I'll never forget going back a few years. God, it came up on my timeline the other day, on this day on Facebook. Me and my mum ran the London Marathon. No, we didn't. We ran the Race for Life. And I remember saying to my mum, I wasn't living in the country, and I said to her, right, Mum, we're going to run the Race for Life. I didn't necessarily mean she had to run it. My mum at the time was really into power walking and sort of walking more than anything else. So I said to her, you can walk it. It's an event that's very friendly for everyone to run, walk, or power walk. It's completely up to you. It's not an event that you have to finish it in a certain amount of time. So I left her with the idea. I told her I've applied, we've both entered, so we're both doing it, we're both going to raise some money, we're both going to achieve a goal. I wanted to run a full 5k at the time, run no stopping, and my mum, so I thought, was going to walk it. Little did I know, behind my back, when I wasn't around and she didn't tell me, my mum was actually learning how to run. By learning, she'd realised that she couldn't run she couldn't run for a minute. It just couldn't happen. And she was absolutely dumbfounded at the fact that she got herself to a point where she couldn't run. And she got herself so unfit that running was just painful and horrible, and she felt like she couldn't breathe all the time. So her goal was, on the 16th of June in that year, she was going to run a 5k or walk a 5k if she couldn't get herself to run a whole thing. So she did the couch to 5k in her training. The achievement was that day, and to get over the line, and to have proof that she had done it. So she had her GPS watch, or she had her app, or she had her phone on her arm, classic ways. Was it realistic? Of course it's realistic. It's the Couch to 5k program, isn't it? It's you start here and you run walk, and by here you can run a full 5k. Yes, not everyone works out the perfect 12-week plan, but her goal was to achieve something, to do something that she couldn't do. She could walk 5k easily. She couldn't walk it. She couldn't run it. And the time. The time was from the day I entered her, so I think it was about February I entered her, until June, she had the time to plan that out. Guess what? My mum did that. She got the medal, and she will never let that medal go. But now, coming on from that, she's now running. So you get what I mean? The SMART goal clearly worked because the achievement was there. She got the medal at the end of it, and she's now still running. So she moved on to another goal. So that was her short-term goal. Then her medium-term goal was to keep running up. A few things have happened between then and now, but now she is still running. We've gone back a few steps in her running, and recently she's just done another 5K. It wasn't about finishing it. It wasn't about time, for example. It was about her running from the start line to the finish line without stopping. That was all it was. And it was such a simple goal because she did a couch to 5K, she did January, and she met with a trainer locally, and the trainer was great and got her moving, but she was really dreading that she's done this before, she's got to 5K before, and then she just stopped. So it was all about, okay, you've done the 5K with me, now you need to book yourself into an event, and you need to do it again. She did it. She did very well as well, and she took time off herself. So she's got a new PB, she's got a new bit of silverware on her bedside table, and she's got another achievement. From that goal, that was this year's short-term goal, her medium-term goal was not necessarily about running, but it was about joining the local running club so that she could progress and get further. Well, her second day, she came back and she'd run nearly 7K. My mum had never seen past the 5K mark. She had a black zone where she just never knew past it. This is one example. This is my mum, and this is a very personal goal in our family. So yeah, sorry mum, by the way, she's on holiday right now and she's just getting the brunt of me. Sorry. But goals, they're there for a reason. They give us progress. So you make your SMART goals. You've got your SMART goals, and you've got your I want to be able to do this, and I'm going to achieve it in this amount of time. It might take 12 months. It might take 3 years. You don't know. But we need them to see progress. Now, you've got your SMART goal. So it's January, it's 2017, and by December 2017, you want to have lost £10. Yeah? You've got 12 months to do it. That's less than £1 a month. If anything, that's really realistic because you could take that off easily if you're at a place where you can afford to lose £10. However, having that SMART goal from January to December, a lot's going to happen in 12 months, and in about the 3-month mark, you're probably close to hitting it. So what's going to happen? Are you going to hit it? Are you going to get to that £1 off and think, wait, this is permanent, I can eat what I like a lot of us all do? Or are you going to then make another goal and go, right, I've achieved that, and I've actually learnt this from it. I'm going to now make it a goal that I'm going to lose another £5 in the next 3 months. It's completely up to you. You can keep adding on goals. However, what is going to happen is if you have from January to December, and that's how big your goal is, and you've got, it's miles away, December's so far away, I could start doing this at the beginning of November, then you're going to get so sidetracked as to where you are in your goal that you're probably going to go a little bit off topic. So you're probably going to go, I've lost a couple of pounds, now I've put on a couple of pounds, now I need to keep losing them, and you're going to be actually going up and down throughout the year. Yeah, you might put on a pound in the summer because you went to a really big barbecue and you may have drank or eaten too much. But the thing is, you don't want to be going, it's only a pound. It wasn't only a pound when you lost it. You were gutted because it was only a pound when you lost it. But when you gain a pound, you have to remember that feeling. You were devastated that all that hard work you put in, you lost £1, and you were so distraught. It's only a pound. I've only lost £1. But the thing is, when you put on that pound, remember how much hard work it took to lose it. You've now got to go through all that again. You've got to lose all that again. That's soul destroying. So then, why not make your goal smaller? You've got £10 to lose in 12 months. Why not make it a little bit smaller? Let's say, right, I want to lose £2 from now until the end of the month. You've done it. Yeah, achievement. Give yourself something to give yourself that little medal to have that achievement. Buy yourself a new top. Set another goal. You're going to lose £3. It's going to be 3 months. You've got loads of time to do it. Yes, it's possible because you've made it realistic and you've made it achievable. Reward yourself with something else. Buy a new pair of trousers because your jeans are getting a little bit big. They're looking a little bit weird because they're hanging off your bum. Do you know what? You're starting to not like your body because you're losing that little bit of weight, and you're realising actually, for women especially, you're losing your bum and you're losing your boobs. They're the two things we always seem to lose. Do you know what? I don't want to have a flat bum, but I still want to lose weight. So I'm going to change my goal so it's about having the perfect bum for myself, but I'm still losing another 3 pounds. Really tiny goals. That's all you need. Just make them really, really small. And do you know what? Actually, we actually speak in goals quite a lot without actually realising it. But the thing is, we don't make them realistic and we don't make them achievable. You see all those companies out there like lose 8 pounds in 2 weeks, lose 15 pounds in 32 days, lose an inch off your waist in 3 weeks. That's a goal. You've kind of got it. 3 weeks, you've got your time, you've got your measurement, 3 pounds or 3 inches or 15 pounds. But actually, it's not realistic. It's not maintainable. You're not going to keep it afterwards. What happens after those 3 weeks? So have a think. When you're looking at your goals, what is it? I don't want you to walk away. I don't want you to hang me up or put me on silent because you're like, oh, I know all this already. But actually, do you have a goal? Because right now, have a think. Do you want your goal to be about work? Do you want your goal to be about food? Do you want your goal to be about fitness? What do you want it to be? Do you want to go from being a satisfactory teacher to being an outstanding teacher? I know there's some out there, and I know some people that could really help you be an outstanding teacher. Do you want to stop eating sugary treats every day? Do you work in an environment where there's cake on the side every single day? Do you want to do a week without eating that because you can't resist it? So your goal is from Monday to Friday, when you're in that work office, you do not want to eat sugary treats. Is it realistic? Yes, of course it is. We don't need to have it. But is it something that you think you can do? Or maybe just do one day, on Monday, don't start the week with cake. The next week, Monday and Tuesday. Just little things. My goal, always, and I always have to stick to it, is to stop eating sugary treats in a week. I have the biggest sweet tooth, and there are protein bars out there, I know, that will stop me eating my sugary treats, but you know what? I don't need the added protein into my diet, so I go for the rubbish instead, because I don't want to eat protein bars. I don't want to have to eat that. I have enough protein in my diet anyway, but my sugary side of me is a bit dangerous. So I'm calling it out there. My goal next week, I'll start on Monday. Of course I will, because my weekend's full of Father's Day and barbecues and all kinds of things, is to do Monday to Friday without having sugary treats that I haven't planned for or I'm not snacking on, because I know I've got a birthday coming up, so I will have cake on that day. But just before you turn off, just think of your SMART goals. Think if you can plan them out. Write the letters, S-M-A-R-T, SMART. What are they going to be? Plan it out. If you need help, you can go to my page on Facebook, it's DW Active. You can comment below and I can always help you. Or you can go on my Instagram, @DW Active. But I hope it's helped. It's a little bit more like me, but keep smart, keep your goals. Thanks.